Happy Tuesday, everyone. Similar conditions today to what we saw yesterday, and we set some record high temperatures yesterday. Medford, for example, topping out around 98 degrees. The record for yesterday, about 94. So yeah, a little bit hotter than what we normally see this time of year. A record hot in some areas for the day yesterday, and we'll get pretty close again today. Not a lot of change overall. The red flag warning has actually been reduced in some areas. You can still see it making its way into Josephine County, though. A lot of Jackson County involved in this. It's a fancy way of saying essentially high fire danger, especially because of east winds. Now, why east winds specifically? Because, well, if you head further to the east, a lot more dry air, a lot more dry ground. If you head further to the west, if the winds were out of the west, we probably wouldn't be seeing the red flag warning as much because a lot more moisture out over the ocean. So that combination, strong winds out of the east, dry conditions, setting the potential for any new fires to start and spread fairly quickly, something we definitely don't need. Now that says till about 10 a.m. Tuesday, still a little breezy this morning, but as we go into the afternoon, there's a potential for the red flag warning to be extended for some areas, especially over higher elevations at the ridge tops where the winds really pick up. You can see the setup of the weather, and I know it looks dramatic, but we're just giving you an idea of where the moisture, the precipitation is. Low pressure, pretty easy to see right there, and it's going to stay either there or off to the north of us. It's pushing most of the moisture, precipitation, just about all the moisture and precipitation well off to the north of us. So it will be very dry conditions again today because there's just not that much wet air to tap into. So sunny, hot, and dry through Thursday with high pressure here, low pressure there. Winds have died down a little bit, less of a gradient between the two, more distance, I should say, between the two. And because of that, winds will die down over the next couple of days. That's good news. We made it through yesterday without any new major fire starts, at least in our area. Let's go through the day, Tuesday into Wednesday. We'll add some moisture, some cloud cover out off the coast, maybe even some patchy drizzle and fog for the coast itself. Winds, though, still mainly out of the south now. They're shifting just a bit instead of strictly out of the east. With winds out of the south, we do have the potential for smoke and haze from fires in Northern California and make its way up into our area. And then winds start to shift again. You see that, how the wind clouds are starting to push off again towards the ocean. That'll bring some potential for a little bit cooler temperatures and clearing conditions later in the week. In terms of wind speeds, you can see Ashland going to get a little breezy out of the south and out of the east at times, and then starting to calm down later in the afternoon. Usually the winds pick up in the afternoon. Keep on going through Wednesday, winds will calm down even more. So that is good news, especially compared to the 30-mile-per-hour gusts that we saw at sometimes yesterday. Checking out the coast for today, mostly sunny, some patchy smoke, 70s and 80s. Usually you're in the 50s and 60s this time of year. In the West Valleys, usually hovering around 80 degrees. We'll be closer to 97 today for Medford. If we get to 97, that'll be a new record, the old record, set back in the 80s, I believe, about 96 degrees for this day. East of the Cascades, sunny skies, mainly in the 80s today. Could see some records there as well. As I mentioned, the record for today, 96 degrees. I'm going to say about 97 this afternoon. Plenty of sunshine, but gradually cooling down by a degree or two day by day until about Saturday, Sunday, Monday, maybe adding some cloud cover to the mix. Klamath Basin, also a nice sunny forecast, but still dry. Going to be dealing with some smoke and haze from fires in Northern California. Speaking of, temperatures mainly in the 90s there, then gradually cooling down towards about Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And out on the coast, hazy conditions the next couple of days that should start to shift out just a bit towards the weekend with some more cloud cover and the slightest potential showers towards the beginning of next week.